Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to Doomlink's Live Hunts. I'm pleased to be back here in Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. I suppose I did say that I wouldn't be announcing these series, but I felt like, you know, just because I don't know until I'm hunting whether it's going to fit into Live Hunts or Hunting with Purpose. But the reason why I did that, the reason why I mentioned Live Hunts is because I wanted to say that this is the first recording that I'm doing in Live Hunts in the triple digits with 3 Ultimate, and I probably would have ideally worded that backwards, but it doesn't matter, or in the reverse of what I just said. So I'm really pleased to see that there are as many as 21 people. I haven't actually played this game in over a month, I think, and so I was a little bit worried that, you know, the community might have died again. It comes in waves. Sometimes there's no one playing, and then other times there's, you know, at least 20 people playing, but I would say there's a consistent group of about 20 people who do regularly return to the game, but they're not always around. You know, there'll be periods of time where they just disappear. But fortunately, they are still here and playing the game, so that's great to see. And speaking of something being great to see, it's good to see you, N10, and I wonder if you're going to play. If you are, then that works out very well, because you are a valued viewer, not just in your assiduous viewership, but also the fact or assiduous viewership, but also the fact that you are able to actually play this game with me, which is very much appreciated, because, you know, even though 20 people is usually enough to get a good room with, it's not always going to result in a good, consistent room for me to hunt in a video series. You're playing right now, there you go. What are the chances of that? But, hello, Juvenator. I will make a room. But annoyingly, I don't have my keyboard on hand, and my gamepad is far away, and all of that, so that's really annoying, actually. What should I do? Should I plug in my keyboard? No, I don't think I'm going to do that. Part of the issue is that my Xbox 360 is in the way right now. My game console setup has really turned into something of a dog's breakfast, for the reason that I didn't really have space for the 360, but I made space for it, and as a result I can't really access certain things. Like my Wii U is not easy to access right now because my Xbox 360 is literally sitting right in front of it, because it has nowhere else to be. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 10 consoles sitting on about half of a table. And, you know, it's not the best situation. It's not the best setup in the world. I'll need to get a longer table or something. Anyway, that's something to worry about for another day. I guess I'm not going to have my keyboard on hand unless I bring my gamepad closer to me, and that can serve as my keyboard. I don't know. In the time that I've sat here complaining about it like this, I probably could have connected it and been done with that, but I'm telling you, it's not easy. Anyway, let me go and get my gamepad. I'll just connect it. Just dusting off the keyboard. Alright. Hair. Alright. What am I calling it? Don't do that. Need to select it before typing, Doomlink. Okay. So G rank, I suppose? Yeah. That way, if anyone happens to be G rank but under Hunter rank 8, they are able to join. It limits what we can do, ultimately, because there are a lot of quests that do have a limit of Hunter rank 8 as the join requirement, or a minimum. I always say a limit instead of a minimum. That's really frustrating. It's a bad habit. But anyway. Good job in Dark Souls 3, Juvenator. The Nameless King is not that hard of a boss, but I think it was you who was asking if that was a hard boss. I believe I'm correct in saying that. Anyway. But yeah, not an extremely difficult boss, but can cause trouble. And congratulations on beating him. I don't know if anyone else is around, I don't know if Autonomic is around, I don't know if Vernon's around, and, you know, of course anyone else, but Autonomic and Vernon are the ones that would be playing with me if they were around and available. Bob is doing something today, I don't quite know what. It sounds like he's scraping across a surface, which is a little different to what I'm used to. Usually it's a power tool, or hammering, but today it's scraping across a surface. In fact, he's been switching it up recently. If you do recall, I think last week he had a high pressure water hose, which was definitely, I suppose, uncharacteristic of him. But yeah, I suppose we can hope for some random people to join. It probably won't happen for a little while, but what that means is that, well, given the fact that we're in this game, we can go and depart on a quest 2-man and expect to get people in the room, which is great. So we don't have to worry about, you know, not getting people if we have departed. That's, of course, a very reassuring thing. Okay, I don't mind doing arena quests. If we're in this situation, we may as well. I might have to buy some more Psycho Serums. How about I do that? How about I do that? Now, there is no guarantee that they will be currently in her. Oh, they are. Well, there you go. Can you stop with this? I'll just buy like 50. Now, in this game, they don't speed up exponentially when you hold the purchase button for long enough. You know, the button that determines the number of items you want to purchase. But it's still fast enough, I would say. Grudge Match Rust Duramboros. Okay. Let's see what we've got. This will be interesting. Haven't done an arena quest in quite some time. And those of you who have watched me for a long time will be able to attest to that fact. Because I just don't do arena quests. Alrighty. So for Rust Duramboros, I suppose I'd be most comfortable using the bow out of all of these. Unsurprisingly, N10 is most comfortable using the gun lance. And quite frankly, this is a really good setup. We've got Stamina Thief with a bow that shoots exhaust coatings. We've also got Focus and, you know, very, very damaging bow. So I'm going bow, not just because of the fact that it's a comfortable weapon type for this monster for me, but also the fact that the setup is actually really good. So I'm happy with that. Yeah, everything is good, Beta, and it's good to see you as well. Hopefully I don't get confused with my X-axis here, because I have been, how do I say, playing games with inverted X-axes recently. And it's annoying. Because you get used to that, and then you have to get used to the opposite, literally. Alright. Arena time. I suppose I could open with some exhaust coatings. Get out of the way of this bloody tail. Let's open with exhaust coatings. I don't know how Stamina Thief will affect exhaust coatings. In fact, exhaust coatings, I would assume, would exhaust the monster. I don't think it can exhaust the monster within a certain number of coatings. I think if anything it just shortens the length of time. I mean, usually you'd shoot 20 and then eventually you'd be exhausted, but it would be sooner than he would otherwise be exhausted, I think. Of course, there is a variable there, and that is KO damage dealt by teammates. But, oh. But yeah, I don't know much about exhaust because I don't really bother with it too much. I mean, I know enough about it, but I don't know the specifics of how many I would need to shoot to be able to get an exhaust off. But I'm pretty sure that shooting 20 is not going to have him be exhausted immediately. It's not that effective, otherwise it would be pretty damn strong. I guess my concern was whether or not Stamina Thief could. Actually, I should be aiming for the face now, shouldn't I? Because it is the nature of exhaust. Deals additional KO damage to help with exhaustion, and I'm kind of shocked by that hitbox, but anyway. I shouldn't be shocked by it. And again, I'm not being hit by the tail itself, you realise. I'm being hit by the effect that it creates when it slams on the ground. So N10's at a point in the game where he's, you know, trying to get rare furniture, which apparently is something that can be acquired from this quest. Rather than aiming for the head, I'm aiming for the weak point. Might not be in my best interest given the setup here, but whatever. But it's good to be back in 3 Ultimate. Doesn't feel too unusual. Oh, I wasn't expecting him to turn like that. Didn't know he could reposition like that. I suppose that would be Rustarambro specifically. Kai has visited the port. I will greet him. But I suppose that's one good thing about the fact that no one joined initially. We were able to do an arena quest, which is something a little different for me. I'm getting really fucking sick of that tail, okay? If the tail just had a normal hitbox, it wouldn't be an issue at all. Not even remotely would it be an issue. Oh god. Kai's like, can you please help me rank up? With like 5 question marks. I would be quite happy to help him rank up, but that's provided he's G rank. If he's not G rank, then I will not be helping him whatsoever. I understand that he probably doesn't have too many rooms to choose from, but he can always make his own room, and as well as that, I'm not going to help someone who chooses to join a room that specifically says G rank and then the person's not G rank. Yeah, his tail's making me muddy, and that's the problem with the tail. It's not the actual impacts of the tail itself. I'm going to ask his hunter rank. What's your HR? But yeah, if he's not G rank, then it's not happening. 6. Okay. I'm happy to help him rank up if he's hunter rank 6. If he wasn't G rank, then it would be a problem. How many times have I been fucking mud blighted? This is ridiculous. That must be my 4th or 5th time or something. It's getting really tedious. I don't think he's been exhausted yet, so obviously exhaust coatings are really only as effective as maybe your consistency in hitting the head. That could be part of it as well. I mean, I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. I'm probably gonna fucking scream if I get mud blighted one more time. I've never been so utterly frustrated by that before. I don't recall the tail of the Rustarambro as being any more or less annoying than standard Durambros, but today is a bit of a different day for that. No, get the fuck away from me. See what I mean? I can well and truly clear the tail, but I get mud blinded anyway. Because the range of effectiveness is just ridiculous. Get away from that thing. Fuck off. Hopefully the quest doesn't take too long. Because I'm dead sick of this guy at this point. So this is a good angle to shoot the humps at. There you go. No, okay. I would have been mud blighted had he continued that attack. I might have actually been hit by the tail itself. No calves, right, for this quest? I will check anyway. No. That's funny. You actually don't need to hold the charge button to charge with the bow at the end of the quest in this game. I got a Hunter King coin, and I mean, this is probably the only time I've done the quest, so unsurprisingly, this is my best time. Got some raw meat out of that, that's always nice. I've got as many as 24 Hunter King coins, so obviously I've done some arena quests. I think you can get Hunter King coins from quests that take place in the arena that aren't necessarily arena quests. In other words, quests that can be done with a team of 4. So that's why I have 24 Hunter King coins. I don't think, there's no way I've done enough legitimate, you know, the blue arena quests. There's no way I've done enough of those to get 24 Hunter King coins. Which is now 25. Anyway, good time. I was surprised that the loadouts were so damn good. Alright, Kai, what's going on with you? I don't know what your loadout is, but I'm hoping that it's appropriate for G rank, because it's one thing to help a person with their key quests. It's another to do that plus get them a good loadout for G rank, and I don't think I would be content with doing both of those things. And having said that, I don't really want to carry the guy to hunt rank 8 if he's using high rank stuff, so that's where things get awkward, if he has a really inappropriate set. Hello, Potato. Did I say hello twice? I might have said hello twice. But yeah, I'm gonna cross my fingers that this guy has a reasonable loadout. Oh, looks like he does. That's... oh no, that's high rank, isn't it? That's fucking high rank. Full high rank loadout. Oh my god. I don't necessarily blame him. He could be fresh into Hunter rank 6, and that's just what it is, but... oh my god. And then we get to do Rust Aramboros twice in a row. Is this key? I'm going to actually begin the process of self-harm. If this guy... I mean, is this guy fucking serious? He wants us to carry him... well, not carry him. I say carry because that's kind of the nature of the question. Look at that. I mean... he really needs help, apparently, with ranking up. And he's using high rank stuff. And on top of that, he actually doesn't know what the key quests are. So... how charitable do you think I am? I just want to, you know, play this game and have fun. There's nothing fun about having to look up your key quests for you, some guy I don't even know, and then essentially carry you, given your high rank loadout, to HR8. I have no real interest in that. Yeah, that's alright, Vernon. Wait, hang on, says Kai. Can you post high rank Gen Moran? Now he wants high rank quests. Why can't you post it? I think it's a canteen quest, isn't it? Maybe he doesn't have it. I don't know. This is getting really annoying. I don't really want to help this guy. I'm here to do G rank quests. I just want to relax and do G rank quests. I don't want to bend over backwards for some guy I don't even know. Ugh, fucking hell. Hey, Autonomic. I mean, maybe some of you think that I'm not very helpful to people, but the reality is that when you've played Monster Hunter for long enough, I mean, those of you who only play with friends wouldn't understand this, but when you play with random people for, you know, 10 years, eventually you sit there and realize just how many people you've helped in your life. Like, I have helped so many fucking people with so much stuff, and so now I'm not going to go outside of my comfort zone for someone that I don't know. I just don't have any desire for that. So, guys? Ugh. Just pulled my PS2 controller off my table. That was nice. What's happening right now? There's a guy who needs help with G-rank stuff and he's using full high rank. You need a G-rank armor set. Yeah, you're welcome to play Autonomic. Alright. See you soon, Vern. What? I've never told a person who was doing G-rank quests, you need a G-rank armor set, and have the other person respond with, why? I'm not talking for Jen, I'm talking... I even gave him the benefit of the doubt. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I said, I'm not talking for Jen. I'm saying that in general, if you need, you know, I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and he knows that I'm not talking about Jen. He knows that I'm talking about him needing a G-rank armor set for G-rank quests, and he still doesn't know why he needs a G-rank set. This guy is fucking ignorant. Alright, that's it. If you know that you need a G rank set, then why are you asking? This guy is actually off his fucking head. I'll work on that after Jen Moran. And yet he knows that I'm not referring to Jen Moran. This guy is an absolute fucking dick. Who has time for this miserable crap? It's like talking with someone who is actually just post it. You get what you're given around here. And the meaning of that is that you don't come in here and dictate what goes on. If you want to come in here and say, just post it, just post the quest, that's not how that works. You get what you're given because we're the ones helping you. It's not the other way around. So you can fucking sit there and shut up, quite frankly. The fact that you weren't kicked earlier on in the piece is already testament to more than enough tolerance. But you've basically reached the boiling point. This is a G rank room. Okay, then we can farm G rank. Oh, okay, then can we farm G rank Rathalos? Alright. Can we talk about Victoria's weapon choice? Well, that'll be the next thing to work out. Now, he's one of those people who are self-entitled. They think because they've walked into this room, they deserve help. They think because we have a willingness to help them, they are just gonna ask for whatever they want. You know, I tell him he needs a G rank armor set, essentially outlining the fact that it's a priority. And he's like, just post-gen. To be dismissive of what I'm saying. Most people would have removed you from this room already, my friend. I keep you in this room for one reason and one reason alone, and that is because there aren't many other places for you to go. I don't know what Victoria's using. I really should have my gamepad closer so that I can check these things. Oh no, there's plenty of fucking idiots playing 3 Ultimate, I can assure you of that, Autonomic, and on top of that, there are a lot of people who are coming into the game for the first time, so, you know, the community is constantly changing for that reason. What is Victoria doing? Anyway. Well, the reason why he's still here, N10, is precisely because he has nowhere else to go, and he knows that. Oh my fucking god, what is this? Again, Hunter rank 45, low rank greatsword. Not high rank, low rank. I'm just going to pray that Victoria has other weapons to choose from. I'm just gonna fucking pray. Let's see what Victoria uses for this quest. Because I might have to, you know, explain to her some simple things. Things that shouldn't need to be explained. Don't you fucking dare. G-rank Rathalos with a low-rank Rathalos greatsword. What have we got? Are you gonna fucking do it? Good. Good. So what does that mean for you, Victoria? I'll join with this loadout, I don't mind, but what's going on with you? Are you joining up? She was waiting to see if I was going to join up. If she's actually going to... you really need to get a grip. You really need to get a grip. This is so manifestly inadequate. On every level that I don't know where to begin. Okay. Victoria, why are you using a low rank fire GS on a G rank? You know, I don't want to take the position of that unfriendly guy who plays too much of the game. That's what I look like right now, but my grievances are in no way nitpicky, anal, none of that. Low rank fire greatsword on a G rank Rathalos. At Hunter rank 45. This is intolerable. Like, I can't believe it. I'm asking at this point for this person to tell me the logic behind... I don't know, says Victoria. I don't know. Well, that would be the most understandable response, because I don't think a thought process has gone into this. I asked the question as to why, because I didn't understand what the thought process could be, but it turns out there isn't one, which makes sense. So, Kai says, how to get Rathalos Ruby? What kind of question is that? These people... I mean, you'd think that a team of trolls had been deployed, but no, these people are the real thing. They're actually that fucking useless. You see, this guy, why the fuck my PP so small? He says in my chat, some people just aren't as good and have the same know-how, it ain't no big deal. This is completely different to that. There's nothing... We're talking about game sense right now. Not common, or rather, we're not talking about game sense, we're talking about common sense. Like, you don't turn up in G rank with a low rank weapon. Why would you? Why would you do that? Someone has carried this person to Hunter rank 45 with low rank weaponry. Why? What's going on? I mean, you have to realize there's a line where you can be inexperienced and do something wrong on the basis of that lack of experience, but eventually it gets to the point where you've committed such a drastic faux pas that you wonder if the person was ever paying attention to the game that they were playing at all. Oh, Wii U browser. I don't know if you can use the Wii U browser while playing the game. Can you? I don't think you can. Kai says he's only 12. That would explain a few things. Anyway, I don't know what Victoria's doing. I don't know if there's another weapon to choose from. Yes, Hunter rank 45. Souls player, these, look, they're just really not good at the game. They're really, really inexperienced and... Enten, you've literally just instructed Kai to search Kiraniko on his Wii U browser to figure out how to get a Rathalos Ruby. I mean, I understand it might have been something of a tongue-in-cheek response, but now we've got this guy sitting in the Wii U browser when we could be hunting. Now, some of you would say, well, you could be hunting right now, Doomlink, if you didn't take issue with the fact that this person's using a low-rank fire greatsword against a G-rank Rathalos, but I think that's a pretty fair concern. I think that's pretty fair to take issue with that. Oh, Victoria has a bowgun. What's this going to be? Low-rank bowgun? Fuck me sideways. Also, yes, thank you for the comment about my Sodom shirt. I have to be careful with it because it's, as you can see the game behind me. Because it's green on that shirt there. It's the In the Sign of Evil album cover, so you have to be careful with that. It won't display the pages. So, as I understand it, Kai doesn't have a phone or a computer to search online where to get a Rathalos Ruby. Rathalos Ruby drops. Now he's saying break and cut every part. Well, that would be the appropriate way to get a ruby, yes. Old Victoria has gone from greatsword to bowgun to hammer. I didn't realise that a single Rathalos would require such intense preparation. Again, I don't really want to be the guy who is just not satisfied with anything. You know, these people are trying their best and I'm not satisfied, but again, I don't understand how they get this far in the game without having grasped the basics. The most basic of basics. Like, the rank of the weapon needs to match the rank of the monster. What have we got? Ludroth Hammer? Better than the low rank Ludroth Hammer. How did you get full Silver Rathalos with this equipment? You know, this person has been completely carried. Well and truly carried. Why do I have to be the person to explain this to these people? Whatever, let's just depart. I mean, the person's got the defense for it. I mean, I'm changing equipment. Because I'm not going to use a hunting horn to boost the effectiveness of low-rank weaponry. Low-rank and high-rank weaponry. I suppose the Brachydio's hammer will at least do some sort of damage by way of slime, but still, come on. Let's go Let's do this. This loadout is fine. Something simple that will deal lots of damage. Fucking hell. What I'm most frustrated by in this moment is the community as a whole. Clearly, these people have been carried to an extent where they are in a rank that they shouldn't be in, given their understanding of the game. That's what's happening right here. Someone has actually carried Victoria to endgame G rank. Well, I would say that HR Break is endgame G rank. Has acquired the full Silver Rathlos set through the assistance of someone else, and still thinks it's appropriate to bring low rank weaponry to a hunt. Needs to be told not to bring a fire greatsword to a Rathlos hunt. I mean, what this shows is that the community is not taking responsibility for the learning of the people playing the game. And you do need to take responsibility for that to an extent, because I guess some people need to be told to figure these things out. Because this is the thing. Let me give you an idea of how I approach these things. This is how I was when I was first starting Monster Hunter. I realized that you've got all these different monsters, and you've got lots of different elemental choices for weapons. You put 2 and 2 together and you work out that there are different weaknesses for different monsters, and that certain weapons will be better against certain monsters. And so the immediate thing that I did, the first thing that I did, was I went online to check what the monster weaknesses were. Now, not everyone does that for some reason. Like, that's not a person's first thought. Like, I'm going to check online and actually inform myself of what I'm doing. Do you think that there are different elements in the game for fun? I mean, this is the problem. The person has used a fire weapon against a fire-breathing dragon. That on its own that has nothing to do with game sense. Nothing to do with game sense. That has everything to do with a lack of common sense. So there is no argument for that person. None of this, oh, the person's inexperienced, so you have to be tolerant of their ineptitude. No. I don't care who you are. I don't care how unfamiliar you are. If unfamiliar you are with the game, you would know that this monster's probably not going to take damage from fire. Like, why would you? Why would you think that? And I apologize that I'm so fixated on this topic, but I just want to draw your attention to just how fucking ignorant these people are. And in a way, N10 and I are guilty of carrying these people further. I'm going to tell Victoria that she needs to make G-rank weapons, but I don't want to be the one to help this person do that. I just want to, like, I made the room a G-rank room because I expect that when people come into G-rank, they are prepared for G-rank hunts. When I come into this game, I want to use the loadouts that I have spent time working on in this game to be used against monsters that are appropriately leveled for those loadouts. Sorry, N10, I'm standing in front of you. You know, I want to fight monsters that are appropriately leveled for those loadouts. And what that ultimately means is that I want an endgame experience. Sorry, Kai, I'm actually really not helping you out here. You're not doing much damage, but the least I could do is stay away from the head. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, in spite of all that I wanted out of this experience today, I've been given this team. And again, it's not, I realise that some people might also think, well, you know, you and N10 are doing so much damage on your own, that why does it matter if they have bad loadouts? What matters is not the experience of the hunt, but rather the fact that these people haven't been told up until this point, and the fact that, you know, they have priorities. And, you know, I had to explain to Kai that a priority for him would be to get a good armor set, and if he's working on a full standard Rathalos armor set, then that's great. Like, that would be a good G-rank armor set to make for your first set. I don't know where Victoria is. Getting attacked by something, apparently. Is Victoria AFK? I Thought I saw Victoria moving around. Yeah, Victoria's moving around. I don't know. No, she's not taking damage from the heat. She's just been hit by something. I don't know what. I don't know what has done all this damage to her. I don't know. I don't understand what the fuck's going on, but I'll cut this tail for the benefit of the guy who wants the fucking... Oh, well, he's managed to KO. He's not too bad. So he's able to physically play the game, but he can't really make further logical connections beyond that. Well, thanks for the help, Victoria. This is exactly why this person... Nani, says Kai, yeah, right. But yeah, this is exactly why Victoria is in the position she is now. It's because she's been carried to this point. Why am I carving a fucking standard Rathalos? I don't have space for his materials. But yeah, this is exactly why Victoria's in the position she's in. You know, the monster probably gets killed before she can really do anything. So, there you go. Please kick Victoria. Well, Victoria might be a kid as well. I don't know. Two people going for the hammer up swing there. Well, crouch carving's not really... I mean, I guess that was a joke or not. Not many people crouch carve. The people who crouch carve are the people who've probably played a little bit longer than your standard person, but it's not like really important to crouch carve. It's like 1 frame faster, if that. It's slightly faster than carving while standing. It's definitely not a requirement. Anyway, I don't know if I want to help this guy, N10, but yes, I will kick Victoria. I will, at the very least, tell Victoria that, well, you know, I'll try to be helpful. I will be charitable to these people. I'll wait for her to return. Again, please. Yes, we will do it again. Of course Victoria was leeching. Well, maybe not well and truly leeching, but at least partially. You know, letting us do the work. That was definitely something she was doing. Maybe she has returned. Victoria, you need to prioritize. Fine. It's very important in Mondstadt. Oh god, here we go. Kai says, Lord Zor, you sound as wise as my brother. It's not wisdom, it's common sense. Very strategic. No! No, there's not much strategy going on here. Not much strategy going on at all. I'll just drop an LOL for that one. Unfortunately, this isn't, like, in any way strategic. It's, I mean, you could technically say that achieving the bare minimum of appropriate damage for a hunt is strategic, but I don't know. Yeah, I must be his idol now. How old am I? Twice your age. Anyway. Did Victoria only just come back? I don't know. Well, look, Victoria has been removed. I've done all I can, really. This person is beyond help. And did you just see that? Victoria went and equipped the fire greatsword again. You know, these people really are beyond help. I can't be expected to do that much for these people. You know, if I could sit them down individually and give them a tutorial on how to play, maybe that would work, but as if I would do that. Well, hold on. Instead of asking me, that's the chat. But, yeah, basically, I guess we're in a position now where we have to help Kai, because N10 seems to be more or less fine with him. I don't really want to kick him either, to be completely honest. I mean, we don't really have any other people here. Okay, let's do Rathlos again. I'll equip something different. We can do a little bit for him. I'm not going to commit to getting him a new armor set and getting him up to HR8, but I'll at least do something for him. How about dual blades? I can't decide if I'm changing my weapon or my armor. Okay, dual blades. Where art thou? There you go, Nero's Wrath. Wait, he actually said that? Do you even know my age? I think so. I think I can read. I think he just remembered that he said it. I don't know, if he's playing this game at a young age, then he's making a good start in his gaming life, I suppose. What is he screaming about? Rathlos Lash, I guess I'll put that down. I'll put that away, rather. Put it down. I'll tell you what needs to be put down. It's that Victoria person. Break everything and cut tail. Yes, sir. Will do. Also capture all of them. No. Yeah, obviously has good parents. No, I think it's probably his brother's Wii U, honestly. And his brother's game. That's what I can guess. Because he mentioned his brother. So I don't necessarily think his parents went and got their 12-year-old kid a Wii U. I think that it's probably his brother's. I've heard of it, Souls Player, but I never watched that. Alright. Needed to remember what we were hunting. Or at least he's not coming onto his brother's account, because that would be a bit odd. Why did you kick Victoria? Because that person was beyond help. Oh well. Fair enough, he says, yeah. Guy at least, you know, responds sensibly to the things that you say. Whereas Victoria is just like, I don't know. And, you know, that's if she does respond. Anyway. I can't believe she went and re-equipped that fucking fire greatsword. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Alright, I'll stay away from the head. I'll aim for the legs, hoping for a knockdown. Dear me. Suppose we'll go near that trap now. I'm not going to aim for... well, should I aim for the tail during the trap? I'm just worried that I won't be able to reach it. Zaki visited the port. Ugh, just barely reaching it. You know, I might have been able to get all the hits off through lag compensation. That's certainly possible. But no, he's got a reasonable head on his shoulders for a 12-year-old, but I had a bit more courtesy. But it's fine. Alright. Uh-oh. Fortunately, I wasn't sent off the edge there. I was not backed up against that edge. Had I been, I probably would have been knocked off. It's a good knockdown. Oh, whoops. Died before I could cut the tail. I did what I could, but... oh well. We'll try to capture the next one. He knows where it spawns. Oh, never mind, that's N10. I don't know why I thought you were Kai. It'd be nice if I could open my eyes. Thinking, Kai's putting the trap down right where he spawns. Out of here. Filthy insect. Oh, you use the double spit? I can't use the double spit, it confuses me. Oh yeah, you got some burnt meat there. I'm sure if I put more time into the double spit, I'd learn how to do it, but I think the song is different, and the timing's different, and you have to manage two at one time. I mean, I haven't taken the time to work out how to do it efficiently and consistently successfully, so... yeah, I'm all about the single spit. Oh, Kai, what have you done? There's no Nahabra here, so it must have been you. Oops, yeah, you're not wrong about that. Fuck me sideways. It wasn't him, are you sure? There's no enemy in the area. Well, that's the thing. That's what I was saying, Vernon. The song is different, so I don't know the cue to cook the meat. And on top of that, when you're adding meat on like that, the timing for it is different as well. Like, you know, it's just not... I don't think you'd be able to only listen to the music to know when to do it if you were using the double spit. You would have to watch the meat. Yeah, it's a separate item, autonomic. You've got the standard barbecue spit and then you've got the double spit. It was first introduced, I'm pretty sure, in Tri. As opposed to, you know, a second gen game. I don't recall seeing it in second gen. Oh, that was good. Good knockdown. It is just about time for me to sharpen, though. Oh, fuck off. Well, anyway, I just recall trying the double spit like once back in Tri, and it was different, and I didn't like it, so I just went back to the standard spit. I'll have to go and aim for the legs again. Hoping for our knockdown, there you go. Lag compensation, we can hope for that. I know it looked like I was off target and I was, but... doing what I can. Oh, fucking hell, he's dying too quickly. I can't cut that tail on my own. I really cannot. I'm mostly hitting the tail, too. I need to stop carving. Bad habits, man. Well, good habits, honestly, but... for this game, and for that monster, I don't want to be carving, because I just don't have space for the materials. How long do I plan on recording? Not for long. I'm also going to do a Zelda recording. Not, like, immediately after this one, but later on in the day, so... yeah, I'm not going to record as long for this one. Probably 2 hours. 2 hours, 2.5. Just going to make sure that my chroma key's alright. It is. Just wanted to make sure. Kai is bounce bombing nothing. Fortunately, Enten was not wind-pressed out of cooking his meat. Let's try to capture this one if we can. I'll have to do an estimated capture. I should have been paying a little more attention to the previous hunts. I might still be able to work out the amount of damage we're dealing. But, in other words, I'll have a good idea of when he's close, but... I wasn't really paying attention to that. Well, we're breaking everything except the tail, so... oh, Zaki left. Why did you join in the first place, man? Why did you join in the first place? There goes the tail. We'll attack him for about 20 more seconds and then I'll go for the capture. How, he says? What do you mean? He obviously didn't see me attack it. Admittedly, it was strange timing for the tail cut. Alright, I'm gonna go for that capture. Very nice. I'm not worried about Kai dealing too much damage to kill him. Oh, fucking hell. There you go. Well, that worked out about how I wanted it to. And I don't like capturing more than one monster. I mean, Enten says that capture rewards do stack, but in my experience, they don't. I get less rewards if I capture everything. Like, you get... I don't know. I just don't like to capture multiple monsters in one hunt. I do one capture and then I'll kill the rest. He's got sleep bubbles coming out the back of his head, which is lovely. Maybe he breathes from the back of his head. Of course, the idea is that they're supposed to come from the nose, but that's definitely not the nose. I have it on good authority myself that that is not the nose. But anyway. I've actually got space for cortexes. Just don't have space for shards. I must have used them at some point. Got an ancient shard there. Worn gunlance, of which I have plenty. That was the silver crown. Alright. I feel like I'm missing something. Maybe it's a Farcaster. Do I have a Farcaster? I do. Album Large? No, I've got those. I'm definitely missing something from my inventory. Like one thing. Sure, I'll top up my whetstones while I'm thinking of it. Doesn't look like I'm missing anything though. Like as I actually look at the items themselves, it should be fine. Let's not worry about it too much. Thanks, I gotta go, says Kai. Well, gone with the wind, and quite frankly, I'm glad. He was in and out. That was an interesting experience. Feels like, you know, a weight's been lifted off my shoulders or something. Because I didn't know how I was gonna just break it to him that, hey, I don't want to help you anymore. Because again, I was only gonna help him so much, and then I would move on to God knows what else. Annoyingly, that other guy isn't here because he decided to leave. He decided that we were taking too long. Now, we could always assume that he ran out of time to play, but I would guess that he just got sick of waiting. That's usually the reasoning behind a person leaving under those circumstances. But yeah, I don't know what's on the agenda now. We would have someone to play with if that person weren't so impatient. Autonomic, did you say you wanted to play? Well, I guess you didn't, because otherwise you'd be here by now, but... Well, you are definitely welcome to come and join us, because... Again, there aren't many people playing at the moment. That's why I'm glad to have N10 here. I guess we can continue with Arena, if you'd like. In the meantime, got Laggy in the water arena. Goodness me. Suppose I'll go for Lance, Gun Lance, or... I don't know what else. Probably those two. There's no guarantee that both of those will be an option, but one of them should be. Lance in this case. I wouldn't be using that. Don't know about Lance. Would I use Lance? Well, if I go Lance, then then you would be going damage, which would Empress's Flower. So I guess that would be mostly normal and fire by the looks of it. Okay. Let's go with that. I'm sure I'll be doing decent damage with the weapon itself, but the paralysis obviously does make it something of a support weapon. Okay. Haven't really done an arena or a water arena hunt for a while. Sounds like fun. Hopefully I'm in position to block that. No. I hate that fucking head. You attack the body and then the head is behind you, so you're trying to block the roar, but because the head is behind you, you fail to block it. It's fucking annoying. And somehow the tail came to came from the side rather than the front. It looked like it was coming from the front, but it was not, clearly. Very annoying. I'm happy to have guard boost, although, no, I don't want guard boost. There's nothing that Laggy would do that would actually require guard boost, so, yeah. Guard up is what I would want. Like guard plus, that is to say. Guard boost is guard up, strictly speaking. Don't know if you can hear Bob in the background scraping away. Don't know what the fuck he's doing, honestly. Alright, this time I will turn myself towards the head. Fucking hell. But yeah, getting pretty consistent damage off. Oops. He went for N10 there. got an itchy eye, just to give you an update on that. Not that you really needed to know, but I have an itchy eye. Oh. Oh, that's right. I'm not playing try, I can't counter after 3 hits. Whoops, I did not mean to attack 3 times there. And once you've blocked this once, you don't have to... Wow. How did that not hit me that entire time? That's very weird. Just goes to show how random that attack is underwater. Oh, very good. Very good timing. Just aiming for the chest for maximum damage here. That was our second paralysis. Oh, come on. Oh, it did end up triggering my counter in the end. Delayed current. We do have a Dragonator there, but it's not usable. There is a rock where the switch would be. Maybe you can't use the Dragonator in this game. I hadn't really thought about it. Maybe it's not possible in this game. Because I'm reminded of the Dragonator in the land arena here in this game, where I don't believe you can use it in 3 Ultimate. But of course it could be used in Try. Koi McYung, I think I've seen him before. He just joined the room. He is hoping that he sticks around. Hi. Once you've blocked this once, you don't have to worry about being hit by it a second time. Well, I was just proven wrong. I don't know, I've had experiences where you block it once and then you're fine, but I guess it might work differently underwater, or maybe that was just a fluke in the past, I don't know, but whatever. I wonder if we can sub 5. We can try. Yeah. Oh, I think it's healing time. Don't aim for me, please. He's aiming for me. Well, no sub 5 today. I just felt like my DPS has been pretty good. Very close to sub 5. You know, we might have been able to do it if I wasn't getting hit in that moment. But that's close enough. Yeah, good hunt. And we'll see what's going on with Koi McYung. Hopefully we're not going to have a continuation of the saga that we were dealing with before. Another Hunter King. It's unsurprising that this would be a faster hunt than the Duramboros one, because Duramboros does have more health and laggy. But having said that, I was given a better loadout for the Duramboros hunt. Although Koi McYung, what's going on? He's not here right now. His hunter rank is, I believe, 93. Who post? You can post. He's using a fairly standard loadout, but certainly an improvement upon what we were dealing with before, so I'm happy. I'll take what I can get. But to give my feedback, not in a way that he'd be able to hear it or see it, by Hunter Rank 93 you should have something a little bit more involved going on than a Brachydios Gunlance and a full Azure Rathalos set with a negative skill. But anyway. Because again, Hunter Rank 93 is quite significant in this game. It takes you a while to get to 100, or even 93 in this game. It's not like Generations Ultimate, it's not even like 4 Ultimate. 4 Ultimate and Generations Ultimate are games where you can rank up very quickly. That's the point. We have Giganox, which is fun. Gunning in this game is going to be very uncomfortable for you at first, Autonomic, because of the lower sensitivity for aiming. It really throws me off when I get used to the high sensitivity of 4th gen, and then I come back to 3rd gen and the sensitivity is so damn low. I feel like I actually start shooting before I'm on target because I'm used to the timing of 4th gen sensitivity. It's really weird. But once I do get used to it, it's fine, but it's the getting used to it thing. We'll bring Soul Prominence, which is a very ugly but functional weapon. Yeah, well, if he didn't have a G rank set, I probably would have just kicked him. I don't think I have the patience to deal with people like that anymore. I mean, I'll deal with them every now and again, but more than 2 in one recording would probably push me over the edge. Did I eat? Well, I think I did, but I'll make sure. I did not. Good on me for actually checking. Exchanger. Oh, no Exchanger today. I could get Carver High, Ultra Lucky Cat, and Explorer. Did we get a 4th? Or did someone actually say something? We got a 4th. Who is it? Lolens? Lolens. Is it Lolens or Lolens? I don't know. But what I can tell you is that I think the person's in the triple digits. No. No, that is a person under Hunter Rank 100. Let's see what's going on with them. Excuse the chair. 99. Not too far below 100. Negate poison. Okay. Well, I've seen worse sets. I'll tell you that much at least. I'm content with this room. Or content with this team, I should say. Oh dear. Well, it was a bit of entertainment at the start of the recording anyway. Maybe not entertaining for everyone, but... I mean, it is ridiculous, but I am entertained by the stupidity of it. But again, there's a limit. There's a limit to what I can deal with when it comes to sheer ignorance. Surprisingly, we've got 3 people in the secret area. What are the chances of that? I'm just gathering 4 charms, honestly. All the other stuff I'm not really interested in, although pure crystals I can take, and I suppose I'll take the relics as well. Hey ho, scene. Or a stone chunk, that's an account item. Lots of relics. I really don't want all of those, but whatever. Eltalite can bugger off. Go away. Go away. Wait, did I just cancel that? No, I did get the Enduring Charm. I thought for a moment that I had actually discarded the Enduring Charm. That would have been a bit of a stupid moment. Jump off, come on. It's always a pleasure to return to 3rd gen, let me tell you that. I don't play much Portable 3rd these days because Portable 3rd's connectivity is actually worse than the 1st and 2nd gen PSP games. I don't know what it is. I think it's because they did something really weird with the host. Like, it's... The host situation is different in Portable 3rd than it is in the other games. So in 1st and 2nd gen PSP, the person who enters the room with the monster first hosts the monster, in terms of the connection for the team. But it's not the case for Portable 3rd. Portable 3rd does it in the way that it should do, which is hosting the quest will make you the host, and then player 2, in other words the blue player, will host the second monster. But I don't think that works on the PSP very well, because connectivity is really bad as a result. So that's a bit unfortunate. Arexian, how have you been going with Freedom 1? How far through it are you? Are you enjoying yourself? Etc, etc. But yeah, we can play it together, Arexian. Oh, you're stuck on Garuga? Who isn't stuck on Garuga? Everyone's fucking stuck on Garuga, at least in solo. Solo Garuga is a fucking miserable experience. Absolutely miserable experience. He's the Elder Dragon of Elder Dragons, as far as I'm concerned. 1st gen fucking Garuga. I don't know what they were thinking making him so hard, but... Apparently, if a Raytheon fucks a Kutku, it creates an Elder Dragon class monster, so... Yeah, whatever. I'm sure there's some lore reason as to why that is the case, but... yeah, Arexian, whenever you want to, just... hit me up, as they say, and we'll play some Portable 3rd together. Do you have Hunsterverse set up, by any chance, or do you just have, you know, the emulator downloaded with the ISO file? If you don't have Hunsterverse set up, and you might have said that you did at some point and I've forgotten, but if you don't have it set up, I would absolutely recommend setting it up, because the game's always more fun with other people, I find. Although don't expect the community to be that reliable. There's some weird people in that community, let me tell you. I'll just not cut off. Have you ever played a 1st gen game before, N10? I'd say Freedom 1. I mean, I'm a little bit... When it comes to the 1st gen games, I'm still developing an opinion on the 3 of them compared to one another. Because in many ways, I think the PS2 ones are superior, but in certain regards, Freedom 1 is better. It's hard. There are positives and negatives regarding each of those 2 types of 1st gen game, but I don't know, it probably depends on the person. I actually think PS2 Monster Hunter has more charm than Freedom 1. Well, at the moment, as I've mentioned in the past, I'm going through the Japanese Monster Hunter 1, which when fully translated just plays like standard Monster Hunter 1. It's a very professional translation, and it looks great. It's overall a great translation. If only DOS received the same translation. The translation DOS has is just a fucking joke. And unfortunately, the translation for Monster Hunter G is not that great. Like, in terms of the content of the translation, it's good, but in terms of how it looks, like, it doesn't look professionally done. In other words, the text doesn't fit on the screen properly, and it's a bit messy. Maybe there are ways to clean it up, but I don't know. In other words, the English patch for Monster Hunter G isn't quite as good, but yeah. Koi McYoung joined for one quest, so I guess Lolenz can go and post. You can post Lolenz. Or Lolens, I don't know how to say his name. Could be Lolenz or Lolens, really could be either of those two, and I'm not going to get hung up on the pronunciation of this weird name. Understood, he says, yeah. Well, there's Exchanger. Yeah, I'll go and eat for that. Sorry to do this to you, Enten. But you ate before I could go and use that gourmet voucher. It was nutritious and delicious. Yes, indeed. What have we got on the board? Cruise control. Great. We fought quite a few of this monster, I think. You are all aware. Capping both? Okay. I'll go Sword and Shield. Awaken Fire Sword and Shield? What's that? Ceravento, I think. Am I right? Yes, I am. It's been a while since I've thought about what the awakened weapons are in this game for me, but... yeah, Ceravento makes sense, because you can imagine that a weapon with this coloration would deal fire damage. It's fairly logical. Unfortunately, this weapon doesn't work in conjunction with Sharpness +1 because it's already a maxed out sharpness, but, you know, it's a general use set, so I'm not too concerned about that. Lolen seems to have a good loadout. I didn't actually see his skills. I mean, I might have seen them, but I didn't actually internalize them. So if you guys are going, no, I saw you check his armor, Doomlink. Well, I might have checked it. But it's like when you check the time and you still don't know what time it is. It's, you know, you go through the motions of checking, but you haven't really checked. Now, let's start with the standard laggy, because this one is going to rotate counterclockwise. Well, they both rotate counterclockwise through the area, which means that this one will end up... unless this one starts... oh, this one will start underwater. So we don't have to worry about that. Okay. I understand. I'm so used to doing the double ivory quest that I was expecting the standard laggy to be in that area. He was not. Now, Underwater Sword and Shield is no fun. No fun at all. And had I properly recognized the fact that we were going to be hunting this thing underwater, I would not have brought this, but life goes on. I don't know what Bob's doing. He's still scraping away. I have no idea what he's... oh, you know what he's doing? He's probably shoveling things. I think he's got mulch or something, and he's probably dragging his shovel on the ground or something. That's probably the sound that I'm hearing. It's this fucking scraping sound. I'm sick of it. I mean, when am I ever completely content with a noise that is made by Bob over the fence? I am never. I'm always bothered by it in some way. I suppose one good thing about Underwater Sword and Shield is that it's good mobility when you want to catch up to the monster. You know, you just do the X and A and you're back on the monster, and you can obviously, I don't want to say roll, I guess evade whenever you want. Can't say roll when you're underwater. That's one thing that people don't really talk about when it comes to underwater combat as well. It is the fact that you don't actually have a roll underwater that gives you an invincibility period, like the Superman dive does. There is no Superman dive underwater. So that in and of itself does add a degree of difficulty to the process of hunting underwater. That's worth talking about. And I don't think I've really mentioned that. I might have mentioned it offhand once or twice, but that would be over like a 6-year period of recording this game on this channel. Good damage. Oh, that's right, we want to capture both. Almost forgot. Well, I'll leave that to you guys. Hi, James. It's always funny when you have a person with their names in all caps. Feels like they're screaming at you. It's like they're asserting their name. Very aggressively. I am James! Good to know. James left. He's another one of those complete dorks who seems to fail to realise that he can actually know whether we're on a quest or not before he joins the room. He doesn't need to wait for us to say hello while we're in a quest for him to find out. So, what a dork. I call him a dork precisely because I do not like people who don't want to wait. You know, there are not many people playing this game right now. You should have the patience to be able to wait for a group to return from a quest when there are so few people playing right now. So, yeah, I don't really appreciate that. Oh, Victoria is back. Great. So we've literally got someone who is going to occupy the 4th slot that is ultimately going to be removed anyway. I can't very well kick her while I'm in the middle of a quest. Well, Victoria left in the end anyway. Okay. Maybe joined accidentally or didn't realise that this was the room where she had been questioned on her usage of a low-rank fire greatsword against a G-rank raffle host. And when questioned, responded with, I don't know. She definitely didn't know. There were a lot of things she didn't know. Maybe she changed her ways. No, she definitely didn't. She definitely hasn't. Because she, you know, had to take some time to actually find an alternative to her fire greatsword. She cycled to a bowgun, and then eventually to a low-rank Ludroth hammer. And before she was kicked, she actually changed back to the fire greatsword. Fucking hell. Taking a bit of damage here. But yeah, I'll do a Phantom Hourglass recording later on, I think. A bit later on in the afternoon. There goes the lens. Not doing too well on the sharpness front, but I think I'm content to remain at blue. Oh. Fortunately, the geography was not punishing me there. Because sometimes, you know, the monster will charge into a solid object and then be pushed into you. I thought that's what was about to happen, but fortunately that did not happen. I'm not really too focused on cutting that tail, although it is tempting. It's kind of a target. Go and carve that baby right now. Get away. Alright. I'll attempt to capture underwater. It's a bit risky because he could very well limp out of this area and miss the trap, but I'll try. I think he might charge straight into my trap. Yes, he will. The lens contributed by standing in the way of my tranking. Well done, says the lens, indeed. That was indeed an efficient hunt. You can imagine how fast it would be with 4 people. Let's kill this fucking catfish. Oh, it disappeared. What item do you get from this? Can't remember now. Airweed. Is that actually airweed, or is that just... No, it's a generic node. Okay. I'm glad Victoria left of her own accord. Hey look, got a mantle, and I don't get many of those, as you can tell. I'm happy to have it. I don't know if I'll need it, but I've got it if I need it. I sort of need a dynamo, I think. Maybe even 2 dynamos. I can't remember what the... Oh, it was probably the gun lance, but more than anything else, I guess it would be the heavy bow gun. Because I don't need the gun lance. I've got a thunder gun lance. The heavy bow gun I still haven't made. So, yeah, I guess I could make that if I really wanted to, but I don't want to get dynamos. I'm really sick of trying to get dynamos, and I believe that you would only really use the abyssal heavy bowgun for pellet. It can probably be used for other things, but it is particularly good as a pellet gun. And I just don't have the space in my item set list to make a pellet gun set that I'm almost never going to use. I might just post an advanced quest of some description. How about 3 Agnaktor? That sounds like a bit of fun. Oh, for some reason I thought that was Lolenz leaving the port immediately after me mentioning what we were hunting. Hello Zaki, you're back, and I know why you're back. It's because you've got nowhere else to go. You could have just employed some basic patience, but you instead left when we were almost back from the quest last time. He left while we were doing the triple Rathalos hunt. Now he's back. Surprise, surprise. I don't know what hunter rank he is, but... Fuck that guy. I might go with Sword and Shield again. Don't know what my Awakened Water Sword and Shield is. Is it... No, I don't think the Odyssey Blade is in this game, is it? It might be. It is. There she is. The Odyssey. Now this, I think, is getting some use out of Sharpness +1. Yes, indeed. Look at that. Beautiful sharpness, beautiful damage, beautiful everything. Lovely weapon. This was the first gen Water Sword and Shield of choice, but in this game, it is not innately water. It is treated as an awakened weapon here. Just looking for exchanger. I do not have it. I'll take hurler. Feline hurler. It weaponizes your vomit. I'm gonna hurl on the monster. Thank you, Doomlink. For not only explaining the joke, but for telling the joke in the first place, because it was so funny. What's Zaki doing? What's his setup? I don't know what his hunter rank is, it's... oh, 130 something, I think. Again, I always say I think because I'm reading it at a very weird angle and quite far away. 146. Full Scholar's set. No doubt equipped for fashion purposes. With the Miasmathist. I haven't seen the Miasmathist for a while. It's not a typical greatsword that you see. I have it, but I never use it myself. Did I end up making the Lordly Death Cap in this game? That was probably Portable Third. I think I was meaning to make it in this game, but I don't think I ever got around to it. That's the other poison greatsword. It's the one with like 800 poison value or something like that. It's quite over the top. Quite excessive. Okay. I don't think I've got as much Agnoktor stuff, because I seem to recall having recently made the Gunlance. So I may as well get some more Agnoktor materials. Oh, Zaki needs cool drinks. Well, I guess your breezy scholar set with your short skirt isn't good enough to cool you down in this place. N10's feeling charitable today. I don't know, I don't like that Zaki guy because he left the room. Oh, he's going that way. I do love this weapon though. Oh, okay. I'll go for the back claw. Wait. Have to try to aim for the body if I can. Oh no, it's the chest that's broken. Now the body's broken. I can see a lot of damage is being dealt here. The lens is using an ice weapon, actually. Or is that water? It's possibly a water weapon. Because Glacial Agnoktor doesn't just have ice weapons, he also has water weapons. I just can't remember exactly which ones are water and which ones are ice. I can remember that the longsword is ice. Actually, having said that, I don't know that for sure. So maybe the longsword's water. Yeah, forget that. The Gunlance is water in P3rd. Well, it's probably water here as well. Good to know. Yeah, I can see that it's water. That was very good. The worst thing about the triple Agnoktor hunt is when the Agnoktor successfully limps out. That's really annoying. But provided we are one-zoning this, it'll be much faster. Because that's what ends up taking the most time in the triple monster quests, is waiting for the next monster to spawn. And it takes a whole lot longer when you have to chase the limping monster out of the bloody area. Hello, Joe. You're a big one. I don't really want to deal with you, to be honest. Do not have a... You see, I'm shielding out of habit. Someone throwing a... Yeah. Well, he's... That's a good shot. Devil Joe immediately threw a rock at you. He was intimately aware of your insulting activity. Maybe I shouldn't be bringing him towards you. Yeah, I need to get out of the habit of shielding here. That is the worst time for a paralysis. Could not have been worse. Nothing is broken, so it's bounce time. See, even in trying to hit that claw, I'm bouncing off other stuff. Terrible. Time to sharpen up. We do start with a considerable amount of purple here, so it is absolutely worthwhile to sharpen up. Ow. Sometimes he snaps his jaws before he does that, and then other times he doesn't. This time around he did not, so I was hit immediately. If that geyser could fuck right off, I'd be phenomenally appreciative. Thank you for going straight into the lava once you started to harden. No. See, I've spent the whole fucking time healing. So we were not able to one zone, I regret to say. Oh well. Well, I'm glad you won't be working 16 hours tonight, Vermin. That is encouraging to hear. Could you not? I don't really need it back, but I would like to kill you for having stolen what is, quite frankly, mine and not yours. Alright. Back into position. Enten's getting some fucking cooking done. Of course, there are ways to troll people when they're cooking meat, but that's a good shot. Yeah, meat. Mm. Oh, come on with the tremor. I like attacking the base of the tail, it looks so thick and juicy. Just looks like a good target. Time to bounce again. If you could desist, that would be great. Had me trapped in between his fucking legs. But yeah, breaking all the claws is usually my objective when it comes to this monster. Because claws, I have memories from trying to get claws in high rank back in Try. And it was quite a process. It wasn't fun. But that was Try. Everything was hard to get in Try. Or at least it felt that way. You wouldn't think claws would be so bloody hard to get. I remember them being hard to get, so... breaking the claws just feels right with Agnator. That's everything broken. Except the face. Excuse me. I don't know if aiming for the face is worthwhile. Probably not. Let's just aim for a 1-zone here, even though we've only got 3. Nice work. Unfortunately, Lalenz might miss out on his calves. But it wasn't his quest in the end anyway, so... it's not as bad. No, I certainly don't need an all-fire stone from you. Well, I could have taken that. So, a lovely demonstration of the mobility of the sword and shield. But yeah, I'll do like 1 or 2 more hunts and then I'll finish up, I think. And then I'm not sure if I'll do Phantom Hourglass or the Minish Cap later on. I'll make a decision on that. Probably Phantom Hourglass. I really should prioritize that. Interestingly, I feel like playing them about equally, so therefore I would play Phantom Hourglass on the basis of the higher priority. Well, I'd be very concerned if this hunt didn't succeed. I guess Zaki can post, although I don't feel like giving you the chance to do so, but whatever. Zaki can post. Oh, stretching my arms. And I might have a spot of whiskey. Love that peated smell. No, I said that you were free to post, Zaki. You don't need to ask for confirmation. Well... nothing wrong with a bit of whiskey. A bit of whiskey is good for you. A lot, probably not, but a bit, yeah. Okay, so... I might actually bring a horn. I'm going to bring the Frigiguiro. Or Frigiguiro. I don't know if it's Frigiguiro or Frigiguiro. Probably Frigiguiro. But anyway. We would say Frigga, given frigid, but yeah. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know what this quest is? That's pretty funny. That's actually pretty funny. He says, Zenoga? And I'm like, sure. And he posts, Descent into Hades. One of the hardest quests in the series. Fuck me. What? Are you alright? Up here? How are you going? Because this is not a Zenogre. I mean, even the last thing you posted technically wasn't a Zenogre, it was a Stygian Zenogre. So, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but... yeah. If you want to do Diablos, then fine, but... And I did ask, do you know what this quest is? I guess he doesn't know? He'd be in for a bit of a fucking shock, but... I was going to say literally, but... I don't know. I guess Dragon looks a little bit like Black Thunder, but... you know what I mean. Alrighty, so Hunting Horn on Diablos. I think the last time I did that was in Freedom Unite. Using the Ukanlos Hunting Horn. Which, by the way, is a fucking creepy hunting horn. It's this howling sound. It's fucking creepy. It's this ooh sort of sound. It's like actually being in a horror movie. I have to say, the design of the hunting horn alongside the horns of my chest piece actually looks kind of cool. It's like snugly fitted in there. That is the wrong drink, Doomlink. It's so cold out here, I'm gonna cool myself down further. Alright, let's see if I can remember the songs. I'm not going to try to remember the songs, I'm actually going to look at it. Okay. So, hearing protection and attack boost is what we want. So that will be that. I'm not really hitting him consistently. That's wrong. Hello. Oh, it ends on a purple. Okay. Didn't know. Thanks for not attacking me, seriously. Now, ideally, I'd be hitting the monster in this moment, but I'd like to focus on please stop. You know, I would have possibly been able to clear that, but that's, whatever you'd call that, ant tower, I guess, termite tower, whatever you want to call it, would, well, it did actually push him towards me a bit. Yeah, you can't really call that an anthill, can you? It'd be like a termite tower. Yeah. Alliteration. Oh, also need to do self-improvement. I love that the staff is just so small. Look at the size of it. It's a baby. Baby staff. And skyscraper. Well, if you think about the height of that compared to the ant, it is a skyscraper. It's like the fucking Burj Khalifa of the ant world. It's definitely a skyscraper for an ant. I'll tell you what, the ants build some fucking crazy looking stuff like that. They build all sorts of weird things. Don't know if anyone's got flash bombs for this, but I generally don't like bothering. What's the song for... I'm just gonna guess the hearing song. I think it's double... Oh, nice work. Great to see. Did I get it right? I got it right. Very good. It was an educated guess, but a guess all the same. Yeah, I don't like doing the flash bombing after the... I mean, it's good, I personally don't like doing it because I like to hit the monster for all that I can during the sonic bomb. So I generally don't throw the flash bomb. I leave it to someone else. Could have attacked the tail tip for good elemental damage, but I'll go for the chest here. Looking like a good hunt though. I'm feeling pretty good about it. No, that's not... It's not something I'm going to take any issue with, Potato. It's not something I'd necessarily repeat on stream, but... offensive jokes do not concern me. And if people want to get offended, then... sorry, I guess. They can take it up with you. I'm not part of it. Don't joke about 9/11. I can tell you a 9/11 joke. Actually I shouldn't. No, that's actually really bad. That's an old 4chan one that I was about to tell. It's really bad. Like, it's disgusting. I'm not gonna tell it. I remember reading it on 4chan about 12 years ago. It's fucking bad. No. Someone's gonna soundbite me on that one. It's disgusting. Yeah, exactly, Potato, exactly. So, I know better than to do that. I don't know, I'm not looking for approval from one American in the chat to tell a 9/11 joke. I don't need approval for anything. It's about the people who could possibly be offended, and it's also about the nasty people out there who probably... Oh, that's a hard one. Very nice. But yeah, there are some nasty people who would take liberties with what I have done, and probably find themselves to be in the morally righteous and correct position to do so. Does Twitch approve, though? Yeah, most definitely not. Of course Twitch wouldn't approve of that. If people get offended, Twitch doesn't like it. Doesn't matter what it is. Referring to N10 as a he would be enough to get me reported. Because I don't know that he's a guy. I've just assumed, so... I just assumed, so... Anyway. Why is that, then? Oh, that's a... yeah, that I remember that one. Haven't heard that in a while. Thank you for the follow, Runman. I'll do one more hunt. Not sure who should post though. Maybe I'll post. Unless, yeah, I'll post. I'll find something that's worthwhile posting. Could do hot feet, let's do that. Uragan and S. Uragan. as far as what I should use, I will go hammer if no one else is. I don't want to have two hammers going up against these monsters. Let's go with you. Or Awaken Hammer could be an option. Where's my Awaken Water Hammer? Is it Duramboros? Could be Duramboros. I think it is. Don't do that. I don't think I'm remembering that incorrectly. Yep, I remember that correctly. I love that it sticks out so far from the character. I also love this set, look at that, it's beautiful. If I've got a double slot, then I'm able to get Heartbreaker. That's actually really good. I will defend your honor, Potato. Alright. Yeah, I'm very happy with this loadout. Exchanger with a gourmet voucher. Thank you, whoever used that voucher. Vernon's like, there's nothing to fear, Potato. I will end your uncertainty right now by reporting you. Don't have to worry about it. Oh, Arexion's going to report you as well, but that's because you bought an Xbox Series S. Honestly, that is reportable. That is absolutely reportable. Potato needs to go and get World at War so we can play that together. Potato, actually, get World at War today. Pretty please. And we'll play together. But, no, you shouldn't need to let it download overnight unless your internet connection really does suck. It's only like 6 gigabytes or something. World at War is the first, well, not the first actually. It was the last of the good Call of Duty games set in World War II. Oh, I did not see Zaki's armor set. Apparently he's using a really bad bow set. Oh well. I like the older Call of Duty games. I don't really have time for the newer ones though. Apparently they got better. I was talking about it with Potato last night, which will likely not be uploaded anywhere, that particular conversation, just because I'm not really happy with my recent Dark Souls recordings that I've done. I'm going to eventually upload a VOD with like a heavily edited... It's going to be pretty edited. Like I'm going to be cutting all through stuff because, I don't know. But, yeah, eventually, like there are 2 Dark Souls recordings that I've done that aren't going to appear on YouTube for a while, because I'm waiting for like a completed product that I can upload as a single VOD that's reasonably edited, so yeah. Yeah, like if the person doesn't like first-person shooter games, then I wouldn't expect them to enjoy a Call of Duty game. I can't just play that and nothing else. If I have an itch to scratch, which is usually like an FPS game itch, then yeah, I'll play a Call of Duty game, but preferably an older one that I played in the past. Yes, I will also be passing on playing that for the same reason. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you for the follow Fruit Punch Bowl. I'm just going to go for oh, good timing for the gold swing. Quite happy with that. Oh, someone's dropped a pitfall trap over there. Likely N10. I'm going to position myself over here as well. Well, everyone has their thing that they use to speed up the hunt, Vernon. You use paralysis, N10 uses pitfalls. I don't do anything, I just play the game normally. Well, I shouldn't say normally, that would suggest that it's abnormal to use paralysis or traps. What I mean to say is that I play very lazily, very casually. I generally don't bother with that stuff. Sometimes I do, but... The other one's gone and turned up here. I still haven't gotten a KO because I've been hanging around this fucking trap forever. I'm very concerned about that smelly rock. I guess that was a KO. What KO'd him? It wouldn't have been Uragan. I don't think Uragan, like the steel Uragan, can deal KO damage, so someone must have stolen my KO. Yeah, it did actually look like the Uragan got the KO, but while the monsters do deal damage to each other, they don't deal KO damage to each other. So, I mean, it's possible, but yeah, I'd have to go and review the footage before claiming that one. My guess is that either Zaki did an arc shot, or Lolenz did a heavy slam with his gun lance. Unless the heavy slam doesn't deal KO damage. Maybe it doesn't. I sort of feel like it does, but maybe it doesn't. In fact, I don't think it does. So yeah, it must have been Zaki. You make fun of him for his set, but he's out there doing work. He's KOing monsters and all this business. You know, it couldn't have been... it could have been me with lag compensation. I don't know. I felt like I was not in a position to do that. I was on the other side of him when he fell over, so I don't think it could have been me. I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on anyway, so whatever. Oh, that's, yeah, that's pretty bad, Potato. I'm sorry to hear that. I hate it when that tail swings into me. As long as I get one KO, I'm content. I still haven't dropped below... Oh shit. I need to get in position for this. Please don't flinch me, otherwise I might scream. I've got work to do. Oh, can I clear this? Yes, I can. Sorry if I hit you, Lolenz, but it's for the greater good. Bob is still shoveling away out there. Fuck off. Please, can I get a KO? I've asked nicely. Was that a KO? I think so. That felt like a lag compensation KO. I feel like I actually upswung the front legs there, or the front arms. I got my KO, I'm content. keep pressing fucking select for that. I've mentioned what Bob's building. It's home renovations, man. He's working on his home. It's a fucking ugly 2.5-story brick Tower of Solitude. It's an ugly piece of shit of a building, and no, it doesn't matter what work. I mean, the best thing he could do is demolish the fucking thing. Forget adding to it. Build something that doesn't look like a piece of shit. It's this ugly red brick piece of garbage. Well, I don't know if it's red brick. More like orange. But, yeah, it's fucking disgusting. It's not a nice looking building. And what do you mean for 2 years, Vernon? You know that it's been longer than 2 years. You were watching recordings from... Oh, well, actually, no, it's... Yeah, 2 years. It's been longer than that. I listened to a recording from, I think 2017, and I was getting pissed off about Bob next door. Wasn't calling him Bob the Builder, but... You know. He doesn't need anything, but... He's adding to it anyway. He's always doing something, that guy. He'll never be done. He'll be working on it until the end of time. Well, until he's dead anyway. Alright, we'll sell these, and I'll let them know that I'm closing the room. Yeah, if you ever wanted to cycle through all the players in the room without kicking them in this game, you just tell them you're closing the room. Yeah, that's right, Potato. You have mentioned that in the past. We'll see what happens. I don't know when I'll record Zelda later on. I'd say in about 4 hours, 5 hours, something like that. Guys, I've told you that I'm closing the room. Whatever. Tough fucking shit. I've done what I could. Anyway, I do thank you all for watching. This has been the first time that I've done 3 Ultimate in quite some time. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time I'm recording something that you would like to watch. Bye bye for now.